Jus Riffin. Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. That's EST. Jus Riffin. Special guest and tech and talk. A musicology. Jus Riffin. Coming to you live at the same time here every week. Jus Riffin. Jump in the room. Let's chop it up. It really ain't that deep. Jus Riffin.
What's up, everybody? It's another Tuesday. We are back live on video. We've been on Spaces for the last two shows, and we're going to be on video and Spaces coming soon. This is Jus Riffin. We do it every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm one of your hosts, Hefner. I got Cookie Rabinowitz, a.k.a. J6C6, in the building. We are powered by Rug Radio. It is getting close to our house, getting close to Art Basel. I'm getting excited about that, and a lot of things going on, man. Just a lot of cool shit happening this week. And Cookie, how you been? What's good with you? What's cracking?
Oh, good. Everything's good. You know, we're keeping it moving. You know, same as usual. Working on the album, working on the app, and you know, just kind of checking. There's a lot of interesting things happening in the music news this week. You know, I just saw. Should we talk about that now, or should we keep it going?
What? Yeah, go for it. There's no rhyme or reason.
Okay, good. I love no rhyme or reason. I saw that Suno raised $100 million off of a $2 billion valuation this week. So they're expanding pretty rapidly. People that are listening, Suno is an AI music platform that a lot of people are using to make music with.
Yep.
So I don't know. And then also I saw that it's Latin Music Week in Miami. That's where you're at, Hef, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's I'm not really too familiar with it because I'm not in that world, but yeah, they do, you know, once a year they have the it's like the Latin Grammys type of thing, you know, going on, and pretty cool, fun stuff, conventional wise.
Cool. I mean, I love we play a lot of that. A lot of the entertainers request that at the club I DJ at, and you know, I love the just the rhythm of the Latin music. You know, it's really cool.
There's a lot of different rhythms, man. There's a lot of different different styles. You know, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the pop stuff that we play in the club for the most part, like, you know, like the J Balvins, the Bad Bunnies, you know, Don, what's his name? Don, there's a what the hell's his name? But I like him. But it's some of the reggaeton vibes, and then some of the newer stuff that's kind of, it seems like kind of a poppier version, like a more mainstream version of the Latin sounds. But I don't really know that much about the different styles of it. I don't really dig into it. But I
mean, you got like salsa, you got, you know, Afro-Cuban jazz, you know, you have like different rhythms, you know, like Jamaican, you know, but like, so there's different like calypso, there's different styles of that Latin soul flavor, merengue. There's all kinds of different, that's what I meant. You know.
Oh, no, yeah, cool. I'm just saying I wasn't familiar with them. You know, like, like people that are really deep in, they probably could break them down into the little different subgenres. But I just hear what kind of the girls put on my plate in front of me, which I love, because I probably wouldn't discover it if I didn't have it, take the input from them. And then I listen to it, and a lot of it I really like. It's cool, and it's good stuff for a club. Like, people get really, like, you know, get moving, and they feel it. So
there's like 17 different vibes of you know, of Latin grooves. You know, you have, I'm reading these off a list, by the way. You have bossa nova, songo, never heard of the songo, but mambo, I'm sure you heard of mambo, samba, cha-cha.
Yeah, I love bossa nova. I actually just wrote a song that's in a bossa nova beat.
Oh, nice, dude. I want to hear that. That's like kind of reminds me of like that, like Brazilian, you know, but there's a whole bunch. There's like 17 of them that are, some of these I know. I mentioned merengue, Mozambique, samba reggae, bomba, tango. And so, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that are in here. And therefore I love Latin grooves. So I love that old school kind of like vibes, the reggaeton and stuff, and the new stuff. It doesn't really catch my ear as much as the old school stuff does, you know?
But yeah, it's sure to each his own, man. We all gotta, we all
Yeah.
love what we love. I love it.
That's right.
I love what we love, and I love it.
That's right. One of my favorite is album wise is the Buena Vista Social Club. This is like a whole bunch of like OG Afro-Cuban jazz players, and they made an album called Buena Vista Social Club. I believe there was a documentary as well. And it's got that, when we talk about music wise, it's got that old school, like analog feel, right? It's not that digital stuff. That's what I love about it, because it's original. Plus, it's like all these old OGs that are playing, like, yeah,
for sure.
You can't go wrong with that.
For sure. I feel really terrible because I don't remember the name, but a few years there was a legendary record shop in Philly called Funkamart. And I went there like, I'm going back on like 1,000 years ago, and I went there to get some records, and I was experimenting, writing, and I was trying to find different inspiration. And the guy behind the counter is like, "You got to get this Latin, this Latin artist," and they gave me this guy, and it was so good, and I don't even remember his name, and I feel terrible for it. but he was like, "You got to check this shit out." Like the guy was, put me on to the cool shit.
Yeah.
And of course, totally disrespectful. I listened to it, consumed it, and forgot the artist's name, which I feel terrible about, because I that's one thing I really, really gets under my skin. Like, for instance, a girl will come to the booth and she'll ask me for a song, and she'd be like, "Yo, play me this song." And I'll be like, "Wait, you're humming me this song, but you don't know the artist or the title of the song. That's so disrespectful." And now here I am on our little show doing the same thing. But
Forgetful Sam, we're gonna change your name, bro. Yeah, man. But music is music, bro, and therefore I love music, because you can really play anything. Last night I was jamming with some friends, old school friends, and I'm not a hater by any means, right? With this kind of stuff, I just don't like playing covers for whatever reason. I just don't like playing them. One, I don't take the time to learn like a song. Like, if I listen to a song, I like it, whoever it may be, from Fish to, Gangstar, right? It doesn't matter. Like, music is music to me. But I like to improvise. I like to, or unless it's a song that I'm working on that's an original, right? I much prefer to do it that way. But so last night we were all just jamming and just sharing the groove. And these guys were playing like cover songs, but I was not playing the drums to those particular, like, I wasn't playing the drum patterns exactly how the song is supposed to go. I was adding my own flavor to it, which I think you're supposed to do anyway. But that's what I was, just relating it to the different rhythms and different styles that, even though someone may be playing one way, you can be playing another way, which is kind of syncopated somewhat, or at least it's blending together to sound good, even though it's not the actual real beat that the original drummer might have played.
Yeah, totally. Well, this is one thing I loved about learning as a kid music, because like now it's really easy. You can dial it up on YouTube. Like, how did you play this song? Like, you want to hear that guitar rhythm in whatever song it is, I'll Be Around, you can, some guitar player on YouTube showing you exactly how to play it. Sometimes it's the actual artist who played it, and that's cool. But what was really cool about learning stuff years ago, we would be there and meticulously try to learn it, but our own limitations in whatever our playing level or in the way we heard it off the recording, we didn't have the tools to break it down, stem it out, or to look at some guy's fingers on YouTube. So we would try to learn it authentically, but our own limitations would make us learn it a little different. And that little different wasn't really a shortcoming. It was a feature, because that's how we would develop our styles as artists, by our shortcomings. So I love that, put your spin on it, get inspired by
other. Put your spin on it. Yeah. That's right, dude. I think that's how it's supposed to go. I think, when you redo a song, or you're covering a cover or whatever, make it your own. Then, if that's the case, that what you're doing, don't play it exactly to the T, unless you're in a bar mitzvah band, or a wedding band.
I just want to come on that real quick. So, also too, there's wedding bands, bar mitzvah bands. It's funny, they all play the same songs, play that funk music, brick house. And that's
celebrate good time. Come on.
but those songs have become kind of like, I don't
Iconic.
like in public, like people are like, oh, they're gonna play that song, and it's kind of looked at in a generic way. But really, when those songs came out, they weren't looked at that. They weren't looked at wedding band songs. These were fucking revolutionary bangers, you know. But it's something how, you know, time sometimes smooths the perception. Brilliant, amazing songs. When really, man, when you look at them at a different perspective, it's like, whoa. When that shit came out, it was like, whoa, you know. But anyway.
Yeah, but they're hits also, right? So respectfully, they're hits. And I think, you know, those songs resonate that hard that, you know, songs like, you know, We Are Family and like Celebration, like I said, those are songs that, and like what's that Bon Jovi song, you know, all those, like, you know, all those real hit songs, those are getting played at weddings, they're getting played at bar mitzvahs, they're getting played at bat mitzvahs, you know, sweet 16s, and you name it, any kind of event that's like where people are gathering together and they're celebrating. Those songs are, you know, those are jukebox songs, right? Those are the hits that the bands are going to learn, that they're going to play because everyone's going to dance to them and whatnot. I'm not mad at that at all. And you know what would be great though, like on a real note, is if those bands collected a check every time a band played their song, you know.
Well, they're supposed to, but they don't, you know.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like the guys from Kool and the Gang are like, man, this check right here is from all the bar mitzvahs that our song was played at. No, that would be, I mean, I don't know how to you can't regulate that. It's so hard to do it, but you know, imagine if that was, you know, that people had to pay royalties to play the songs at weddings and stuff and whatnot. But all right, so yeah, speaking of originality, I wanted to get into this, man.
Sound check. Check 1, 2, 2. Hefner's gonna bless the mic. Sound check. Hey, riffing on a Tuesday night. Sound check.
All right, we do have to change that because it says Tuesday night. We now Tuesday afternoons. But originality, man. I want to bring up a producer by the name of DJ Premier. I don't think we've discussed him on the show prior. Part of Gangstar, one half of Gangstar. Rest in peace, Guru. DJ Premier, for me, is like probably he's like in my top 5 of producers all time for hip hop. Always original, and sometimes just an amazing, like, how did he find that sample and then flip it the way he did? I mean, there's so many classic songs from these guys, and huge part of my upbringing in hip hop, you know, by listening to Premier and Guru. And I've had the opportunity when we had the record store Icy and I in LA called Stax, where I've interviewed both of those guys at the same time, just a couple times, fortunate enough to just do one, but was lucky enough to do 2. And so just an amazing, you know, contribution to hip hop and beyond, because Premier's worked with several people that are not just always in hip hop, right? So, but big up to Christopher Edward Martin, also known as DJ Premier. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go check him out. Go do the math. Go do the, you know, go check out Gangstar. Go listen to, you know, Go to the Streets, one of my favorites, and just to get a rap. The list goes on. I could name song after song after song, but yeah. I should have had something a little bit more prepared to show everybody on video wise, but I think, you know, you guys are in tune, and you can go to YouTube and check out DJ Premier. Premier. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So that's my sound check for today. And don't forget, go check out Gangstar and DJ Premier, one of the best producers on the planet. That's right.
Hey, Hef, you know, it's something you're mentioning, the DJ Premier, because, you know, we lost a great artist last week, D'Angelo.
Yes.
And I just saw that. So there's been clips flooding the timelines, and man, what an amazing artist. But I saw one of the clips was him working on the track he did, Devil's Pie, with DJ Premier, and it was so badass, like the way they put it together. And oh my God, man, just what the impactful music, man. Just
and rest in peace, D'Angelo, one of the best musicians of our generation here. Just, you know, life happens quick, things happen in life, you know, that are unexpected, and we got to just kind of be blessed to be here. Make sure you hug your loved ones, and be be kind to everybody, man. I think, like too, like when we're growing up, sometimes, man, some kids are like mean to other kids and people are mean to other people, even still to this day. You got people road raging all over the place for no reason, right? Just be kind to each other, man, because you just don't know what's what, and yeah, D'Angelo was one of the best, and DJ Premier, dude, still one of the best to ever do it. He's still doing it, still making music, and hasn't lost his touch. Sometimes producers, they go for the money, and so they focus strictly on that, but DJ Premier, he's not one of those guys that does that. He's one of those dudes that just kind of makes the music for the love of it. Kind of like you, Cookie, it just makes the music for the love of it. And the money comes when it comes. That's it. But blessings and yeah, big up and rest in peace to D'Angelo, man. What you got for us today? You got anything for us today?
Oh, I was just going to comment on some of the music news. Like, check this out. Spotify, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. We were speculating it, if you remember, a couple months ago, maybe even. They actually just announced that they're adding the remix capabilities with AI into Spotify, just like that awesome app that they use in Hook. But I just think it's wild, man. I think this shit is fucking batshit crazy. Like, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I don't know what to think, but it's just wild. This shit is hitting so fast. This technology is being infused in everything we do, and it's blowing my fucking mind, to be honest.
I think it's, respectfully, rightfully so, because you're allowed to, on these social media apps, especially TikTok, I know, where you can remix something, you can do something, you can mash it up, even with what's already there. So why not? Spotify has access to all of that music, and if songs are being remixed, it's more better for the artist, I think, because they're going to be getting paid for those particular streams, because people are going to be using the songs to remix and to mash up and to do have fun with. That's why, you mentioned Hook. I love Hook Music app. If you don't know what that is, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Hook Music app. You're going to have so much fun on this thing. It's free. There's no charge. You could actually win money. They do have like a leaderboard, which is really, really cool. You can share your stuff on SoundCloud, on any of the social X, on TikTok, any of the social media apps. You can share your music and whatever you created. I think it's cool. I really, really do. And like what you were saying, where, I don't know if you're where you feel about it, like in the sense of people remixing your music and whatnot, but those artists have to be okay with that, right? Knowing that their song is going to be remixed. Me as an artist, I would love that. And I love to do it. I think it's great. You were going to say something?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, yeah, as far as where I'm from, like, I make songs, and if somebody can do whatever they want with them, like, I don't care how they make a song that I wrote. I'm grateful that they were interested in it to do something with it. What I do care about is how I perform it. Like when I perform my song, that I care about. That's got to be a certain way.
Sure.
If somebody covers my song or they remix it or whatever, fun with it, because when I do it, it's going to be the way I did it. If it inspires you, go ahead, have fun.
I got one question to ask you, and then we're going to bring up KPOOK, because KPOOK has been waiting. He's chilling in the airport. I'm not going to give his location away, but he's chilling in the airport somewhere. You guys can figure that out once we bring him on stage. But I want to ask you, before we do bring KPOOK up, is if somebody were to do like a dope remix of your song, would you ever play that version of the song live, or would you always do your own original version?
Well, I mean, it's just simply, I don't know. I'd have to hear it, because, for instance, sometimes I'll write a song, mix it, produce it all here, and then I'll send it to one of my friends who I really value them and as an artist, and they'll take it and they'll add something to it, and in a way, sometimes I'll release like their version of it. That's what I'll release. So it's a collaboration. So it's like it depends on it. Like if I move to it, but the lyrics and the melody are really like my stink. I think that's like God gave me lyrics and melody to share with the world, and I think that's where my strong suit is. Yeah, I play guitar, I play bass, I little drums, do this and that and the other thing, or make some samples or do whatever, but I think my gift to give is vocals and lyrics, melodies and lyrics. So that's what I bring. But I don't care. Like if somebody, there's a great drum producer or whatever that adds something to it, it makes it sometimes, a lot of times it'll make it better than I originally planned it. So sure, yeah, hell yeah,
Just Riffin.
I love it, man. This is great. All right. So with that, thank you for answering that, by the way. I was always curious about, what people, thought as musician wise, like, of remixes of their particular music, and if they would ever even play that or even remix their own stuff. But with that, I want to bring up our special guest, KPOOK. KPOOK is an old school friend of mine, and happy to have him on the show with us. KPOOK, chilling.
Yo, peace.
somewhere.
Hey, wait. First, you see that? Look, I made this especially for you guys.
I love that.
Damn,
Look at
dude.
this.
He's wearing a Jus Riffin shirt. What? With the colors of the Flyers.
Hey, you guys don't even have that already. You know what I mean? Just take it from there, man.
You front ran us on merch. Yeah, you front ran on merch.
I'm fronting your merch right now. You know what I mean? I try to be the first one to do it. That's how we get down.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, KPOOK. That's what's up. Well, welcome to Jus Riffin, man. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a hot second. Dope shirt, by the way. Very dope shirt.
It's for you guys, man.
I appreciate you, man. Hell yeah. So tell us, where are you? Like where you are? Where are you traveling to? What's going on in your world?
Well, first of all, I'm in an airport. I think in this year, I spent more time in the airport than I have in the shower, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm constantly in airports, bouncing from city to city, country to country, just being me. You know what I mean? I'm just living freely. If I gather $500, I won't pay rent. I'd rather hop on an airplane and go somewhere. You know what I mean? Because life is too short, as you guys were explaining a little bit earlier, and you have to just extend your life and go. But right now, I'm in the oasis of the West Coast desert, Las wages, and where all the degenerates come and lose their money.
Yeah, don't lose your money, bro. Don't. I want to see you leaving the airport with your shirt on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Although if you do lose it, at least it's free advertisement for us, man.
Oh, definitely. No. I gamble, but it's fun gambling. It's never really fun, but I just play a little 100 here, 100 there.
Yeah, keep it light.
I keep it light. If I win, I win. If I don't win, I don't. It doesn't matter.
For sure.
Life is a gamble already, so why the hell am I going to?
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. So let's get into like this fashion thing that you've kind of taken. You really kind of put both feet in there with it. What was what's the back story behind like you getting into fashion and why fashion and not anything else?
Well, I mean, listen, I have octopus hands, but I've always, thanks to my mother, she always used to dress me up and keep me dappered out, right? So I want to give shots that if it wasn't for her, none of this would happen. And, fashion has been a passion of mine, and I started in 1993, first time doing clothing line FKR with my man Freddie B. And FKR stands for fucker, but we shortened it out to FKR. And then from there, we started just making T-shirts to survive. And once I caught that bug, then I started getting into more things in fashion. Like actually, prior to that, I worked at Guess, and then I worked at Cross Colors and Carl Kanai. And then as time went on, I got access to work with the great Dove Charney at American Apparel.
Yeah.
And from there, every place that I went to, I started just picking up that people really love to dress fresh. And so I just started this, I like to see people. The smiles that I've seen when I give people jackets, like, look, there's no profit. You have to, there's no real big profit in making clothing. You can make pieces and make some money and put a smile and get your name out there. But unless you're like a big giant industry that's putting everything in every Walmart, every Target, airports, then you're making money. But if not, it's hard to really start from the ground up and keep going because
I
it
see what you
costs
mean
money
there.
to make all this stuff, right?
Right.
So for me, I know that I have put well over 100,000 plus of my own scratch money from whatever I do to make clothing for people, and just to see that smile. And I remember my mother used to always be like, "Are you gonna make any money out of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah," knowing that I'm not, because the money was the smiles on people's faces that I gave them something. And if I could catch somebody wearing something that I made for them, which I've had many a times, then to me that is worth $1 million. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
To seeing something that you created out of your head. Um, so fashion is just the thing. And I had a little stint that I did. And when I came out of that stint, we can get into that. But when I came out of that, I was trying to figure out, what am I gonna do? Because I don't, I'm older now. I don't want to lift the heavy ass shit. I don't want to work at Home Depot. I don't want to ask somebody, "Can I take your order, please?" That shit is not going to happen. So I just went back to what I know how to do: make clothing. And now with the way how clothing has advanced, it's real easy. Go to downtown, pick your clothing, find your patches, put them together, get your
Let,
screen printing. I
let me
mean,
ask.
it's so easy now thanks to the technology. So now I just whip stuff up like crazy, and I was able to meet Method Man. So now I do LA Wu Tang logo, and Meth gave me permission to use the logo. I do Dodger stuff. When I first started out, my name of my company was called the Bootleg Brothers, because I was bootlegging other people's shit and making it this. Oh no! What? Matter of fact, this compares to what you were saying earlier about music. If you were to do a remix, and would you mind somebody else taking your music and doing it? Well, clothing's the same way. So with the Bootleg Brothers, which is now AKA the Jacket Boys, spelled Jackit. So I'm jacking it from you. I take something that I like that you've made, and I take it home, and I recreate it
He's
and make
remixing
it my
he's
style.
remixing
But
clothing,
still, it's
bro.
your shit. But
Remix.
it's my style of how
Yeah.
I like your shit. And I would tell people, if I'm not stealing your shit and remaking it, then your shit sucks.
Yeah, so I love it, and he's remixing clothing. We were talking about remixing music. Can you hear us, KPOOK? Can you hear us?
Hold on. I lost you for a second.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I don't know if he's able to hear us. Anyway, that's pretty dope that he's remixing clothing. Yeah, he's no problem. But I want to ask him too, like when he gets back on. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. Oh, now we can hear you. He got new headphones. He had to get headphones while in the airport there. KPOOK, we lost you.
That's so cool, though, man. I love that. Like remixing clothes. It's like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
You guys here now?
Yeah. Okay, there we
Are we
go.
live on there? I can't
Okay,
hear you
perfect.
guys.
So I want to ask you, man, because I think that's dope. You're remixing clothes, like we were discussing remixing music and whatnot. And I hate to be repeating myself. What?
He can't hear us still.
Can you hear us, KPOOK? Hang on one second, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm going to message him on the WhatsApp. So I want to know about the T-shirts, and the clothing.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I want to know about. Okay, great. I was trying to chime in earlier, but I know you weren't able to hear us. I want to know about, how do you go about picking the fabric for the clothing? Because for me, I love T-shirts, but I love T-shirts that are super soft. I can't wear the heavy duty stiff ones. How do you go about picking the best quality?
Well, since I've been in this industry for a while, I know the certain brands and certain names of companies that have what you want. Everybody always wants the most expensive shirt. Sometimes the most expensive shirt doesn't feel what it's worth. And you can get a shirt that's maybe $3 or $4 cheaper, and it'll feel just as good, if not even better.
I just sent him a text, everybody, because we can't really hear him properly. So
Yeah, let me
There we go.
There you go. That's better. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, maybe you got to talk into the microphone. You got a mic there?
Well, it's in my ear.
Okay, okay.
Pieces I bought, but we'll figure it out. But what I was saying is, a lot of clothing, just because it's expensive doesn't mean that it's going to be good. So you can get good clothing at a cheaper price, $3 to $4 cheaper, and you will. You guys still hear me?
There you can. When you're down like this, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's much better.
Right there.
What the hell?
Okay.
You got to get close to your phone.
Okay, so we still got good mic check in here because people are
Yeah,
getting me up saying we can't hear you, we can't hear you. Okay, so anyway, I guess you guys get to see the beautiful face. Is that clothing? Let's see. What the hell? Okay, try that. Is everything good now? Because my phone is telling me, okay, we're good. We're good. You know, I hate these earpieces because I have little ass ears, so it doesn't stay in. Fuck it.
Hef, are you muted?
Give me 1 second.
I'm muted. Yeah, I was like saying he's like, it's funny because he has small ears. He's a big kid. He's like over 6 feet.
Okay, how are we doing on the mic check here?
Great. I can hear you great now.
Everybody, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We do this every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we got
all right, here we go. We're gonna have to go speaker wise because these earphones are not working.
No problem, man. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear him now. It sounds like it's...
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
How do we start? Okay, good. Perfect. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that, man. Sorry, sometimes technology is a piece of shit.
Yeah. All right, so we were talking about clothing and how you go about picking the best fabrics and stuff.
Basically, look, man, you got it's really your preference. Some people like yourself, you like soft shirts, some people like hard shirts. Me personally, I just get whatever you decide what you like. I like the shirts that are in between the soft and hard ones myself because they're more durable. Because some of these soft shirts, after you wash them a couple of times, they're not good anymore. They're stretched out. They don't feel as well. But when it comes down to picking, it really just depends on what brand and what t-shirt that you want. No longer are there the days of Fruit of the Loom and Hanes. Those guys are no longer, they're still around, but no one buys them anymore because those t-shirts are garbage.
Okay, it's hard to hear you, though. Are you talking about American Apparel?
No, I'm talking about Fruit of the Loom and Hanes.
Oh, Fruit of the Loom and Hanes.
Yeah, they're garbage. No one buys them anymore.
Yeah, that's like buying a pizza from Little Caesars or Domino's. You're not getting the good stuff.
No, not at all. Not at all. Man, I wish this my headphones would work a little better here. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, it's like you're cutting in and out, but that's okay. It's all right, man. We'll deal with it, man.
Okay, but yeah, man. So, fashion is really just been a passion of mine that I'm very I put my feet into it. I haven't stopped working on it. I'm just waiting for that big break. I'm waiting for someone to discover what I can do.
Now, what about designs? How do you create the designs? Do you have a team? Do you sit down with people? Do you just do it yourself? And then how long do you take on the design itself? Like, are you quick? You're like, I'm going to get this out just so I can get it out, or do you contemplate on a design for a long period of time?
Well, I made your design in 30 seconds, so
I love it.
I'm quick. My brain, the squirrel that I have running in my brain, he doesn't stop. He runs so fast. So with AI right now, you can do almost anything. You know what I mean? So I usually don't contemplate. I don't know how to cut and sew, but I know how to come up with ideas. And then I either give it to my guy who I've been working with for the last 2 years, and we sit down and it's almost like putting a song together. And we sit down and take an image, and then we go back and forth. He'll show me something I don't like it, I'll show him something he doesn't like it, and then we just produce it.
Thank you, Cheryl. By the way, Cheryl's giving props to the questions. Thank you, Cheryl. Can
That's
you
my
hear?
mom right there, Mom Dukes.
Oh, Mom Dukes. What up, Cheryl? Mom Dukes. That's what's up. Yeah, I think with clothing, you look. There's brands, and I don't understand why. Maybe you can tell us why. That there's some jean companies out there charging $10,000 a pair of jeans, or T-shirts that are selling for $300. What for? What reason? Why? What is that? Is it just a branding of it, or like no jean to me is worth any more than $50? Like I don't know what jeans are today, $100, but no jeans should be more than that. A jean is a
Well,
jean.
a gene is a gene, and Levi is still king when it comes to genes, hands down. But what's happening is these people just do these crazy markups and figure that hey, this is how much my item is worth, and with the worth of this gene, this is what you're gonna pay. It's ridiculous now how much some of these clothing cost. I was in the Beverly Hills Center, the Beverly Center, and I looked at a trucker hat which I saw the trucker hat. I know who made the trucker hat. The trucker hat is only worth $2.25 by itself, but the trucker hat in Beverly Hills, by the time they put their little designs on it and their diamonds and whatever they're gonna put on it, the
Yeah,
fake rubies, it came out to freaking $95. A $2 trucker hat turned into $95. And it's just these trends is what's happening right now. The trends of it's no longer fashion, it's trends. So whatever's out right now, that's what people are buying it and buying it, and that's what they're gonna get. That's what they can put that price point so high on whatever it is,
yeah,
and it's not
yeah,
even supposed to be that high. And you know what's sad is after those denim jeans and everything goes with denim. Here's one thing about denim. Denim will last longer than roaches on turf because it doesn't break down that easy. So it's going to be here forever.
yeah,
Um, so you can find you'll be able to find Levi's forever and ever and ever and ever. It's that was a little quote from KRS One. We will be here forever and ever
Right.
and ever and ever.
You ever rock? Yo, you ever rock with tough skins?
No, what? I mean, from back in the day,
yeah,
Tuscans.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, I used to love Tuscans and Garanimals were my favorite.
Granimals, dude.
I would love to bring back Garanimals because I would love to put the giraffe with the elephant now.
Yeah. Bro, back then we used to rock on the East Coast. We used to rock striped Lees or Lees with the crease. We put starch on them, and we had that sick crease with our suede Pumas, our Clydes, or some kids wore the Adidas, and the Adidas Campus Lows, and the Le Tigre shirt, or the Tiger, or the Izod, with the alligator on it.
Remember this?
And this you got the Adidas with the fourth stripe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yo, they were called Schmaditas.
Schmaditas, or fake Adidas.
We used to go to do a Tom McCann's and Buster Brown.
Tom McCann. Wow, this guy bringing up. Remember Kenny's? Do you remember Kenny's? Kenny's?
Kenny's was great. And
Wow.
yeah, man. And how about those shoes, the Zips and Kangaroos?
Zips,
I love
cuz.
the zips, man. I love the zips, man.
Cookie, J6C6 still wears zips with the Velcro.
Yo, man, I would go buy a pair of zips right now, man. I would do the big zip. Remember the zips, the big Z?
The zip dance. Yeah, the zip dance, man.
TikTok got to bring that back, man. That's money right there. That's a bag.
Dude, get that on your TikTok, Julius.
I'm doing it today as soon as I
I want you to do the zip dance. Because you gotta realize too, all that stuff that we grew up with, zips and all those things. Like, remember when Starter first came out? Starters were hats. Remember when you get the hat?
Yeah.
The hat. Did you feel the hat? And then Starter went from baseball hats to jackets, right? And then they disappeared. And remember, nobody wanted to wear Champs.
Champions.
Champion was like getting it from Kmart or Sobeys.
Yes, nobody wanted to wear it. Then all of a sudden, it had this boom this last few years. So it's crazy.
So here's
nobody wanted Champion.
When the Asian market brought back all this stuff. They brought back the Starters. They brought back the Champions. They brought back all this stuff, and they put that high price on it. and people started buying them like crazy.
Yes.
But Generation X knows that Champs was short for cheaply made clothing. So we
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
trying to buy Champs back then. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? But now it's like $150 to get some
It's
Champs.
incredible. I just it blows my mind really seeing that. I mean, are they bringing Jordache back? Is that what's happening in Sassoon?
But I would probably in Z Cavaricci's. I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it. And Chic and all those other clothing
Yeah.
brands. But you know what? All those guys are all combined all together. They're like one company now. So it's like one big major. Like it's like I think it's like 4 to 5 major companies that bought everybody out, and then that's it. But the sad part about this whole situation with fashion is if there's no more malls to go to, then you can't go and touch it. How many of you guys remember going to Miller's Outpost and being able to see the pants and grab them, try them on, and do everything? But all that stuff is really disappearing, and you're only going to have to shop online now. And now, if you've noticed, if you've ever bought something online, by the time it gets home, it doesn't look like it doesn't fit right. So then you got to turn right back around,
Pain in
pack
the
it back
ass.
up, send it back, wait for them
Yeah.
to credit your account, and then you buy another size. I mean, thanks to Amazon, you can get shit the next day. But what if I needed to go out that night and then the pants didn't fit? I mean, the life cycle of giant malls and malls is going to say goodbye. And
Yeah.
it's kind of sad that some of the kids of teenagers of today will never be able to witness what we experienced as growing up. As young adults and stuff like that. Yeah. The other day, I was listening to Kwame's "Only You" came
Wow.
out. You remember that song, right?
Only you, the polka dots, cuz.
So I was sitting there, and I was looking up in the air, going, I remember I used to go to the Cerritos Mall and my get my airbrush done, my airbrush
Oh
polka
yes,
dots,
dude. Yes.
and wear my coveralls. Me and my cousin Tito and my boy Evan, our whole little Madball crew, we would go to Cerritos Mall and give up our overalls and write "I love this," and put the
Yeah.
polka dots on and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
when I heard that Kwame song, I was like, man, that was a dope era, man. Fashion, fashion for Generation X, along with hip hop, was incredible. It's I why I came into fashion is because I still want to keep that alive. I still want to keep that feeling alive of making clothing that people can just have fun with. Oh yes, yes.
Oh man, Kwame, dude. Kwame actually cool, man. I wanted to cut in. There was because I'm originally from Miami, so there was one time when Kwame came down, third base. I forget who else was on that show, and back then that's when I was in, doing the music stuff. So I was rubbing elbows with like Bobito, and I think Bobito was managing third base at the time. But I ended up hanging out. I was backstage, but I ended up hanging out with Kwame and I forget the girl's name, Dawn or whatever her name was. The girl that was, I think it was his girlfriend. The dancers. I was with my cousin. We were
Yeah,
all
it was
hanging out.
Dawn. It was Dawn.
Dawn,
Yeah.
incredible. Anyway, so like yeah, like we ended up hanging out with them back then. This is back in their heyday, when Only You was out. So it's funny that you brought Kwame up. He's still a big producer to today. Like he's produced some like hits on the commercial side of hip hop things. Like yeah, like really dope stuff. But he was ahead of fashion, though. You're right.
Way ahead of fashion. But it
Yeah,
was this Generation X created a lot of fashion. We created a lot of trends. I mean, you think about remember that when Wham first came out, this kind of that pick me up before you go, they were those big giant shirts that said Wham. I mean,
yeah,
if you go back and watch all those old videos, the fashion was incredible back then, man.
yeah.
And one thing I wanted to also chime in was that I've been going to some clubs lately and concerts. And you know what? People don't dance anymore. They don't dance, and it's so sad that everything is just disappearing. Like we would go out, like for us guys, to go out and get the best shoes And what was funny about it is we didn't want anybody stepping on our shoes, right? We didn't want to get them dirty.
Right.
But if you didn't dance, um, you would say if you didn't dance and just stand up against the wall, you look like a fool in those shoes because you didn't do the zip dance. You have to, there's things that you need to do with those brand new shoes and stuff. And it's just sad that things are just really, really um, disappearing. Culture is disappearing. Hip hop culture is disappearing. Just the culture in
Why?
society
Why
is
do you say that?
disappearing.
Why is it disappearing? Why is it? Because I hear you saying that, but then I still see kids that are wanting to get those $10,000 jeans and those $1,000 sneakers, those SB Dunks or whatever. I don't know, like what
Be-
is of
because
today.
that because it's the trend, man. They just want to they want to stick to. Drew, we started this stuff, right? So we'd come out and make these things and say this is gonna be the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be hit like this. Is how it's gonna be. But now
Yeah,
it's all about the kids are buying this stuff because they want to be the cool kids. They want to because the more money they spend, the sooner they say ooh, yeah, oh man, this guy must have money. This guy must do this, but they have no idea what it is. I mean, like when I see people now, I kind of laugh. When I see somebody, yo, I got 500 Nike Dunks, but I don't wear them. But what the
right.
fuck do you have them for? What the fuck? What do you have them for?
That was me though. I'll tell you why. I had over 300 pairs of sneakers because, well, look, you could only wear certain ones, right? Because some of
Right,
them, for me, I bought them because I knew that I was going to resell them. So I bought them with the mind state of it being an investment. Because some of those SB Dunks are super rare, as you know. They only sell them to
right.
certain skateboarding shops, and you got to do a raffle and whatever. So some of those I had from back in the day, and I just always kept them dead stock because I knew that they were there was a scarcity and they would be a rarity, which turned out to be true. During the whole COVID boom, I made a shit ton of cash selling those sneakers that I was holding on to for a while. It pained me though. It pained me because there was such dope sneakers in there. I wanted to wear them, but I was like, man, what's worth it more to me to go wear these shoes just for one time to flex, or sell them and get the money for them and get another pair of sneakers, which is what I would do anyway. But that's why
But
I did that. I
you had
did
the
it.
right intent.
Yeah, I
You
had
had
the
the
right
right
intent.
intent. But
Right.
some of these people were just buying them just to buy them is like
Just to have,
ridiculous.
yeah, just to
It's
flex for that one time,
just
two
a
time.
flex, dude. I mean, everybody's flex. It's more about flexing now. I gotta have this car. I gotta have this that. Here I am grabbing plates. You know what? 80% of the clothing that I wear every day is something that I made. I don't
Yeah.
get to try it. The only thing that I can say that I wear constantly that's made by someone else is my new era hat. And shouts out to hat tricks and millinery tricks for making my hats and making them spicy are my Nikes. Besides that, I'm I'm wearing stuff that I've created.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'll just say if I buy a pair of jeans, I'm putting some patches on it. I'm putting something on it. I'm dyeing it. I'm ripping a hole in it because I want it to be mine. And I don't think that people have to understand that clothing is your own individuality, and you not stop looking like everybody else. Like I can always tell, especially for big guys. Yeah, I'm a big guy, not super big, but big enough. But I can tell where every big guy gets their clothes, the DXL or Men's Warehouse, because everything is fit and it looks the same, and I know exactly where they got it from. I'll walk up to somebody and go, "Hey man, where'd you get that from? DXL?" And he'll be like, "Oh, how'd you know?" I'm like, "Because you guys all look the same. Here's my name. Here's my number. Let me create something for you that's all yours that you can have." And, oh, okay, let me try it. But that's just me because I want everybody to have their own individuality in their clothing because clothing speaks, and not everybody. You know how they say some people the way that they look not everybody can wear right. You have to be able to keep your swag. Like some people can wear those freaking skinny jeans. I'm not about to put those motherfuckers on. because I know it ain't gonna look right on me. So but some people can make it look right. I'm not gonna say it's cool, but some people can make it look right and they can swag it right. But everybody has to have their own swagger. So
True.
and that's just really what I like to do. I really like to make sure that everybody listens. I'm on my website. It says my website. When you go to it, it says keeping America fresh, because that's what I want to do. Is keep America
What's your website? What's the name of the site?
www.kpook.xyz, and the XYZ is for Generation X, Generation Y, and Generation Z.
Like this? KPOOK.xyz.
Yep.
All right, perfect, man. Yeah, dude. KPOOK, bro. We got to do another show with you, man, because where you're like stationary and like you're there's not noise and you could hear what's going on because you're talking.
Yep.
And we could barely hear you because the mic, for whatever reason, it just keeps cutting in and out. And I feel like this is a really good conversation that we could be having here. But it's very difficult. Got to be honest with you, difficult to hear some of the stuff that you're talking about.
Right. I understand. Definitely.
So we got to definitely have you come back on. When you're like chilling in your office.
Yeah, listen, let's get this done before the new year, because I really sit down and really give you guys some gems that I have, man. I got gems and gems and gems for you.
Definitely, bro. So let's do it. We'll talk. After the show, I'll connect with you, and then we'll lock in another date. Maybe at the end of this month.
Yes.
And get you to come back on when you know that you're going to be like stationary where you're going to be at. Because
right.
I really want the people that are watching and to hear what you have to say. Fashion is a big, huge thing in this culture of music and whatnot. And I know that you're mixed the cultures together. The music culture and the fashion culture. So
and also the sports fashion fashion and music. They all work with each other.
Yeah. Speaking of sports, I was at years ago when the Los Angeles Dodgers, and congrats to them on making it to the World Series once again. I was at the Boston World Series that they ended up losing. I was at that game that they lost. I was like 7 rows from the field, but I took a picture. I was wearing your shirt, the Dodger Wu-Tang shirt that you had given me.
Yes.
And yeah, so I don't know if that was an exclusive or what that was, but I was wearing it at the event, by the way.
Yes, man. Well, just send me that picture. I would have posted. So
I got to find it on my Instagram somewhere. Yeah, for sure, 100%, dude. And that shirt is long gone because I had moved from LA, and who knows what happened in between the transitioning of getting there. So, I wish I still had that shirt though, because it was super dope. Oh, actually, you know what? I might have it. I got to look at my storage unit. It might be there.
No, listen. Don't even look for it. I just send you another one, man.
You have an OG one?
Man, it's that easy, man. Come on, we just step up.
I love it, dude. I love it, dude. This is really cool.
I want to get one for your partner too. So tell me what size you are.
Yo,
that would be dope, dude.
I'm on your website now, man. I'm going through it, man. I got to get some new cookie swag, man.
Hey, I want to give you guys some personal gear, but you know what? Here's what's going to happen. In 2 weeks, you guys are going to get the Jus Riffin shirt. I'm gonna send you guys a bag of shirts, man.
Oh, you guys can send
them to your guests. So your guests can have them.
Nice, love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, maybe we do that when you come back on and we do a giveaway and give away like a custom shirt or I don't know, a custom.
Yeah, we'll come up with something. Just plan something for the best question.
Yeah. There you go. That works fucking dope. All right. So look, KPOOK, I don't want to keep you, man. We're gonna let you run. But thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. And we'll talk later today. Yeah, for sure.
Well, for sure, man. Thank you for the time. I really appreciate it. Shouts out to everybody in the West Coast. Let's go Dodgers. Shouts out to you guys out there in Florida.
Yeah, baby.
Jus Riffin is one of the best podcasts that I've been on because it's the people that I know and they let me talk shit. Shouts out to you guys. Loud laughing.
All right, peace out, man. Safe travels, bro.
Peace.
All right, awesome, dude. I'm so happy that we were able to get him on the show. Unfortunately, technical difficulties with the microphone and stuff like that, but Yeah, and this guy's right. No sleep for the exceptional, man. You were right. Level One Love, DJ Level One Love. No sleep for the exceptional. That is the truth, man. You got to be exceptional and all that. And if you want to be exceptional, you cannot sleep. I agree with that. So Cookie.
Oh man, great guest. Man, what a cool dude, man. I can't wait to get him on. I'm actually hear the vocals.
Yes.
Dig his vibe, man. And no sleep metaphorically, but try to get enough to where you can function and your brain is cleared so you can get shit done. Because if you don't get any sleep, you know what happens. But we're speaking metaphorically.
That's what's up, dude. So, all right. Well, yeah, man, we're at the top of the hour. This is Jus Riffin. We do it every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are powered by Rug Radio. I'm one of your hosts, Hefner. I got Cookie Rabinowitz with me, aka J6C6. Any last words? Any parting words you want to say before we get up out?
No, man, great show. Thanks everybody who listened, and thanks KPOOK. Like I said, I'm going through his website right now, kpook.xyz. He's got his whole story on there. It's really cool. He talks about what he's doing, and you can check it out. So people, please.
That's right. Make sure you go check that out, kpook.xyz. That's KPOOK.xyz. And while you're at it and you're done with that, check out jusriffin.com. That's JUS Riffin, RIFFIN.com. We will see you next week, everybody. Thank you again for hanging out with us. Peace out.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Jus Riffin. Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. That's EST. Jus Riffin. Special guest and tech and talk. A musicology. Jus Riffin. Coming to you live at the same time here every week. Jus Riffin. Jump in the room. Let's chop it up. It really ain't that deep. Jus Riffin.